I love neighborhoods in Chesapeake, Virginia. They give you natural beauty with charming homes. They often sometimes give you the opportunity to see waterfront living, and they usually are in close proximity to some of the key amenities that you desire, like shopping, dining, restaurants, and many more. So we're going to be breaking down homes that was built between 1995 and 2015, and they keep you right near the highway of the 264 corridor. I'm talking about Dock Landing. And in this video, we're going to break down this West Chesapeake suburb and talk about all the things and more that equips it and make it one of the hottest neighborhoods to actually want to live in. Stay tuned and let's get after it. So if you haven't watched any of our other videos previously before, we're going to break down to you today exactly where Dock Landing is. Dock Landing is going to be centered around the Elizabeth River, okay? And it's going to be in the western part of Chesapeake. We have multiple areas of Chesapeake. In this area, we're going to be talking about the West Chesapeake corridor, okay? So basically, when you actually thinking about where that may be located at, we'll come into Chesapeake and you'll be in the western portion of Chesapeake, okay? So your Western Branch North area, okay? But in this side, we're going to go down to Western Branch North, and then you'll see Western Branch South. In Western Branch North is where you'll see major areas like Gum Road, Pewsville Road that heads directly into Suffolk. Western Branch South is where you're going to find your corridor here on the 664 264 interchange, where you have Lowe's, Hampton Inns, Candlewood Inns, gym like One Life Fitness, grocery stores like Chesapeake Square Mall, Food Lion, Little. We have a multitude of restaurants like Longhorn, Bubba 33, things of that nature in that corridor. Now, Dock Landing Road, though, is going to be straight up here off of Portsmouth Boulevard, coming down, and this is where you'll find Dock Landing at, this whole corridor all the way down to Jolliffe Road, okay? So all this neighborhood here is centered right around the Elizabeth River, and this is what separates it from the other side of Chesapeake. But like I said before, it's close on this 664 corridor, but it gets you directly down to the 264 interchange that can get you down to shopping, dining, restaurant, military bases across the whole 757, whether you're going to Norfolk, Chesapeake, Portsmouth. And that gives you the opportunity to where you can decide whether you want to go Norfolk, the Chesapeake to Virginia Beach to Norfolk area, or you want to go Portsmouth to Norfolk and take the Portsmouth Tunnel, or even the Midtown Tunnel if you want to go direct to Hampton Boulevard inside of Norfolk as well. That's going to put you closer to the Old Dominion University. So I know you're asking, okay, Craig, now that we've talked about the close proximity to things in the layout of the land of where Dock Landing resides, what makes this community so great that it'll be one of the top neighborhoods that you will actually decide to want to live in? Well, here's what it is. When it comes down to Dock Landing, 1995 to 2015 is when most of these homes were built. I think that Dock Landing has a wide variety of options for every range of buyer, whether you're a starter home and you're your first time home buyer, or you're looking to upgrade property and maybe you even want waterfront living. It has it all for you, and it's encompassing in this community. Whether you're looking at it from that standpoint or not, you got to think about homes like this where you're looking at traditional modern layout homes, or you're looking at transitional open concept homes, or brick homes, hardy plank siding homes. There are so many different variety of homes available in this community that it just gives so much flexibility to the buyer preferences. So this is what I love this community for. Now, when you're talking about homes as well too in this community, you also want to understand that you got crawl spaces, you have slab, and a lot of these have larger lots. I love larger lots, and one of the major things that we usually see when it comes to buyers who are coming from out of town is that they're actually looking for an opportunity to have space in between them and their neighbors. They want to have fenced-in property. They want to have larger lots for their kids to stretch out, have for better entertainment, have a huge deck to where they can barbecue and grill, and just have some of the best scenic views where you don't have to see your neighbor right behind you. And Dock Landing provides variety of opportunity across the board in this aspect. Now, the wide range of pricing that you will see across dock landing is going to give everyone the opportunity to find exactly the right fit for them. But one of the major things that a lot of people don't take into consideration is that the average days on market in this community is very low. It's less than 30 days for the most part. We're going to talk about that in our market upside insights and market data analysis. We're going to break that down for you and more when we get there. But let's head on over and talk about the waterfront lifestyle just a little bit more. One of the great things about dock landing being so close in proximity to Elizabeth River is the waterfront lifestyle that you can actually have as a homeowner. Whether that's actually having a dock that's set up to where you can actually dock your boat. Elizabeth River gives you a lot of opportunities to have deep accessibility to move a boat in and out of the channel of the Elizabeth River. So imagine that you can actually go out, get fishing done, have a good time entertaining on your boat, then you can bring it back in and bring it pierside back to your home in your own backyard oasis. This is one of the things that a lot of people love about dock landing. So that makes waterfront living in this community a premium when it comes down to it. We can talk about that a little bit more in market pricing when we talk to you about what's the average waterfront home goes for in this community. But like I talked to you about before, homes in this community stretch a wide range of square footage, whether that's 2,000 square foot all the way up to 3,000 square foot, and in some cases even 4,500 plus. It depends on the lot size and where it may be even in waterfront territory. And when it's in waterfront layout lots, it's usually a lot bigger than that, where they usually range from somewhere between 3,000 to 4,700 square feet. So when you're talking about this type of community, I always like to tell people you got to take in consideration not only the mortgage, not only the taxes, and not only the insurance, but flood insurance as well too is another thing that you may have to take into consideration when actually purchasing a waterfront lot. Now, one of the things that a lot of people are unaware of is that if you actually go and get a quote for flood insurance and it's a little bit higher than the actual premium that you may be looking for, you could look into seeing if the seller who has flood insurance on the same property could actually have an insurance policy that is actually assumable. And if their policy is a little bit cheaper than the policy that you was actually quoted for, you can essentially assume that policy, will pick up where the seller left off at, versus starting a whole new policy of coverage to match the same. So that's one of the key insights that you want to pay attention to as well too when you're thinking about not only just purchasing a home on the waterfront living, but if you're purchasing a home that may be classified into a flood zone as well. So we're going to talk about market insights and data analysis now. Let's jump into that as well too. Dock landing's real estate market reflects its desirability as a neighborhood that combines natural beauty with practical conveniences. Currently, active listings in the area range from 329,000 to 735,000, showcasing a variety of options for buyers. This wide price range accommodates first-time buyers as well as those seeking more luxurious properties. Homes in dock landing are known for selling quickly, with an average of just 29 days on market. That is a testament to the high demand for properties in the area. The past year saw 72 homes sold in dock landing, with an average sales price of $462,902. The typical home sold featured 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, and measured in at 2,321 square feet, offering ample space for modern living. These homes averaged about those 29 days on market, reflecting this area's strong demand and quick sales cycle. Waterfront properties in dock landing average 48 days on the market and typically featured 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and 2,693 square feet. These waterfront homes sold for an average of $533,400, or approximately $201.44 per square feet. For buyers, this market provides a range of options, from competitively priced homes to those offering luxurious upgrades, catering to various preferences. Now, one of the things that you may want to take into consideration is seasonal trends when thinking about dock landing, especially if you're looking at waterfront living. See, waterfront living typically has bigger interest and more engaging interest from buyers who are looking for these type of homes during the spring and summer months. the pristine conditions, the waterfront views, the poolside views that may accompany some of these homes make them more in hot demand during that time of the season. So if you're a seller, you will probably see a maximization of how much you can get for your home's value during those same months. And if you're a buyer looking at buying these homes in the off-peak seasons, may make more sense because you may get a slightly better discount on the home's value versus the summer and spring months where competition may be at its peak and at its highest at that point in time. So take that into consideration as you go forward as well. And this is one of the reasons why I imagine that you'll want to use our link down in the description below to book a call with us so we can walk you through how to some of the finer points of purchasing the home in the 757. So I just wanted to give you a few tips just before we close out this video on some of the things that you may want to take into consideration when you may be putting an offer in on a property in Dock Landing or even just viewing homes in Dock Landing. One of the things that you may have to take into consideration is that these homes were built between 1995 and 2015. Now, in the later end, 2015 is only just about 10 years old at this point in time at the recording of this video. But also, I want you to think about some of these homes may have had a lot more modernization and upgrades throughout the years that you may want to take into consideration as why this home may be a lot more effective when it comes to not having to really deal with home improvements in comparison to other homes that's up for resale in other communities across the 757. Also, if you're thinking about waterfront properties, I want to just make sure that you understand that waterfront properties are some of the most highly demanded properties across not only in Virginia, but pretty much anywhere where there's a coastal living or lakefront living or riverfront living. You will find that these homes are always going to be in hot demand and give you the opportunity to get so much more value out of the homes as they increase in price year over year in home value. Now, either way it goes, you want to find the right home for you. You want to find the right fit for you as well. And that's where we come into play. And we would love to make sure that you ensure a smooth move to the Hampton Roads area and anywhere in the 757 by just using any one of our links in the description below. You can do just that, and we can get you on a video call, help you understand the lay of the land, help you relocate to the area, and make it just as smooth as possible for you as well too. If you found value in this content, definitely go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well too. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that way you can be the first to learn about any and everything that's going on in the Hampton Roads 757 area. We'll catch you in the next video. It's your realtor Craig. I'll see you later. Y'all stay safe. Peace.